Harihi Om. Today, I'm here to share with you the meaning of our opening and closing prayers in Bal Vihar. In Chinmaya Mission, we greet each other with Harihi Om. We don't really say, hey, what's up? How you doing? But we say Harihi Om. Why do we do that? We do that because it means, in your form, I see God. Hari has many meanings. One meaning is Bhagavan Vishnu or Narayana. But one meaning is also form. And Om means God. So when we say Hari Om, it means in your form, I see God. I recognize God in you, and I bow down to that divinity. We begin with Hari Om, and now I will chant our opening prayers. After that, I will give an explanation for each of the prayers. Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Sarasvati Namastubhyam, Varade Kamarupini, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Samasta Jana Kalyane, Viratam Karunamayam, Namami Chinmayam Devam, Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. What I've just recited is our opening prayers at our Bal Vihar in Chinmaya Mission. We start with 3 Oms. What does Om mean? And why does every single prayer start with Om? To be very simple, Om is the phone number of God. If we want to reach God, what is the quickest, fastest way? We don't have to pick up the phone and speed dial someone. We don't have to connect to Wi-Fi. All we need to do is utter this beautiful mantra called Om. And we utter it 3 times. Why 3 times? The first time is to tell us that God is something that is beyond the body, beyond this physical body. The second Om is to tell us that God is beyond our mind and intellect, beyond all of our thoughts and feelings and our emotions. And the third Om is to tell us that God is beyond this veil of ignorance. And when we chant it 3 times, there is a silence that remains. And that means that God is even beyond the silence. So to communicate with God, we have to first cross over this physical body, cross over the subtle body of our mind and intellect, cross over the causal body of ignorance, cross over that silence, and what remains is God or Bhagavan. And hence, this is our way of tapping into that. And once we get to that Bhagavan, what do? We invoke Bhagavan's grace and blessings through mantras and shlokas. The first mantra that we chant is Sahana Vavatu. This is from Kathopanishad. This is also there in Taittiriya Upanishad. And what this means is, this prayer tells us how a teacher and a student interact with each other. So I'll recite it again, and then I'll give the line by line meaning. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Vavatu. It means that may the teacher and the student be protected. May they come to the classroom free from any worry, free from any anxiety, free from doubts. May they come with a very clean mind. So may they both be protected. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. May the teacher and the student, may they enjoy this knowledge that they're about to learn. They shouldn't come to class dragging themselves. I don't want to go, but my parents are forcing me. Not that kind. The students should be so inspired to come that they're running out of bed and getting ready. The teacher also shouldn't be dragging themselves and say, oh, another weekend and I have to teach. The teacher should be ever ready to go because they enjoy this teaching so much. And only when we enjoy what we're teaching, others will also enjoy what they're learning. Saha Viryam Karavavahe. This means may both the teacher and student put forth effort. The students shouldn't be like in class, like with their counting their, the strands of their hair or looking at their phones or just totally distracted. And the teacher shouldn't also come to class completely unprepared and just winging it and saying whatever's in their mind. Both the teacher and student consider this knowledge so sacred that they're both putting forth effort to learn it. Tejasvina vaditamastu. Tejasvina vaditamastu. This means whatever we've learned, may it shine brightly in our minds. It's not that we learn something and it stays in the notebook and we forget about it. Whatever we're learning in class, may we remember it, recollect it, so when we really need it, we're able to apply it and actually transform our lives. So Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, ma vidvishavahai. Means, may there not be any hatred or dislike between the student and the teacher. May they have a beautiful rapport because the highest knowledge is being given through the teacher to the heart of the student. So may they both be at peace with each other. And the prayer concludes with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Why do we say Shanti 3 times? The first Shanti we tend to say louder because we are asking or seeking peace from all the Adi Daivika forces. Meaning all the forces, the divine forces, like things could happen like an earthquake, rain, typhoon, hurricane. May we have peace from all of those forces. The second Shanti, Adi Bhautika. May we have peace from all the forces around us, like excessive noise around us. Somebody's phone ringing all of a sudden in the middle of a lecture, or somebody just chatting away with somebody else. May we have peace from all of these forces. And Adhyatmika. The divine forces may be peaceful. The forces around us may be peaceful, but our minds, if they are disturbed, if something is heavy on them, we won't be able to focus. So may even our minds be peaceful. Adhyatmika. So peace from all the divine forces, peace from all the forces around us, and peace in our own minds. The next prayer is from Taittiriya Upanishad. Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Matra Devo Bhava Pitra Devo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atithi Devo Bhava. This mantra gives us instructions on how to behave anywhere. The first instruction is Satyam Vada, speak the truth. Many times we actually don't speak the truth. We tend to exaggerate things, twist things, and even if we do speak the truth, we might be very harsh. So Satyam Vada actually means spum. And to those of you who remember this, Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, and Mitam. So SPHM. Any speech that we speak has to be Satyam or truthful, Priyam or loving, Hitam for the benefit of all, and Mitam measured. We can say something true, like I'm on this great vacation, I'm having so much fun, I'm here with so many friends. But is this really beneficial for people? We can say something true, like, oh my gosh, there's something in your nose, get rid of it. Is it loving? We can say something true, but go on and on and on and on about it. Is it measured? So Satyam Vada means speak that truth, which is loving, beneficial, and measured. Dharmam Chara. Live a life of dharma. This is the second instruction. Well, how do we know what our dharma is? So here we bring in our very simple formula, RT, RP, RT. What is the right thing at the right place at the right time? Whenever I'm doing something, is this the right thing to be done at the right place at the right time? My dharma may be that of a student, and I should be studying. But if I'm studying in my bed, that is adharma, that I'm going to fall asleep. And if I'm studying at 12 o'clock midnight, that is adharma, because it's so late, I also need to take care of my health. So dharma is something that must be done as per our stage in life and our inclination in life, in the right place, in the right time. The third instruction is Matra Devo Bhava. See God in one's mother. And the fourth is see Pitra Devo Bhava. See God in one's father. We might find it easy to see God in a stranger, but our home is a wreck. And if we cannot see God in our mother and our father, it's going to be very difficult to see God anywhere else. Our parents have given us every single thing. Our environment that we grew up in, our shelter, education. They helped us financially, but most of all, they've given us so much love and care. They really, really nurtured and nourished us. So the third and fourth instructions are see God in our parents and respect them for whatever they've given to us and for whatever they've been to us. The fifth instruction, Acharya Devo Bhava, is see God in our teachers, especially those teachers who are teaching us something that is beyond. Those teachers who are teaching us about God. See God in them because they have sacrificed everything just for this knowledge. They don't have any intention. They don't want name and fame and following and any of that. They are just here for the welfare of the world. The sixth instruction is Atithi Devo Bhava. See God in guests. Atithi literally means somebody who comes without a date. A stranger all of a sudden comes to our house, or somebody who all of a sudden needs help. See God in them. Why? Why should we see God in them? Because whenever someone comes to us for help, whenever someone comes to our home, it gives us an opportunity to make our hearts bigger, our hearts larger. And anyone who gives us that opportunity to make our hearts larger and bigger, that person is God. So, Satyam Vada, speak the truth. Dharmam Chara, live a life of dharma. Matra Devo Bhava, see God in one's mother. Pitra Devo Bhava, see God in one's father. Acharya Devo Bhava, see God in one's teacher. Atithi Devo Bhava, see God in our guests, in people who give us the opportunity to become large-hearted, because they're helping us to purify. After chanting these two mantras, we now move on to 3 shlokas. First one, invoking Bhagavan Ganesha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Here we invoke Bhagavan Ganesha, Vakratunda, the one with the curved trunk, Mahakaya, with a great body, Surya Koti Samaprabha, who shines like 1,000,000 of suns. Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, please remove all of our obstacles. Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, in all of our works all the time. Now, in our Hindu tradition, whenever we start anything, we invoke Ganesha. And we invoke Bhagavan Sri Ganesha to remove all the obstacles around us, because we're able to, or we want to do something auspicious. We want to learn. We want to go deeper. We want to become better people. And for that, we need a special thing called grace. We need grace so that we are obstacle-free and everything will flow smoothly as we begin this auspicious thing, or auspicious task, auspicious study. So we invoke Bhagavan Ganesha. After this, now we invoke Goddess Sarasvati Devi. Sarasvati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Sarasvati, we invoke Goddess Sarasvati, the goddess of wisdom. Sarasvati Namastubhyam, we bow down to you, O dear mother. And who is Sarasvati Devi? Varade Kamarupini. Varade, she's the giver of boons. Kamarupini, the fulfiller of desires. Sarasvati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini. Vidyarambham Karishyami. Now I will start my studies. Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Please bless everything so that I am able to accomplish this well. Now, why invoke Goddess Saraswati? Because when we learn, there are 2 things we can do with the knowledge. One is we can forget it. The second thing is we can remember it. And so we invoke Goddess Saraswati because she's Medha Shakti. She's the goddess of memory. So Goddess Saraswati, may I remember this knowledge, not forget it. And after we remember this knowledge, again, there are two things that we can do. One is we can use it for the welfare of all beings, or two, we can use it for the destruction or for, destroying other things. So we invoke Sarasvati Devi saying, now that I remember this knowledge, may I use it for the good of all. Not just for my selfish purposes, not to hurt people or harm people, but to actually help people and heal people. And you are the goddess of that divine knowledge. So please give this boon unto me. May I remember and may I use this knowledge for the welfare of all. Now, this next shloka is to invoke Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. This verse is a prayer to Swami Chinmayananda ji. And we say Namami Chinmayam, means I bow down to Swami Chinmayananda ji. Who is he? Karunamayam. He's the one who is so full of compassion. And how do we know that he's full of compassion? Because his heart melted and he gave his life in the service of others. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam. Niratam means he was engaged. In what? Samasta Jana Kalyane. In the welfare of all beings. And who is Swami Chinmayananda ji? He is Devam. In his ultimate nature, he is that pure consciousness, pure bliss. And as our Sat Guru, as our teacher, what kind of teacher was he? Brahmavidvaram, the best of the knowers of Brahman. Without him, we wouldn't be here today. So the third shloka is to bow down to Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji. Now that we've all completed our opening prayers, this tunes our mind and sets us to now learn beautifully, value that learning, and live a divine life. Hari Om.